All right, the boys are off to school and I'm off to the gym. Today's Friday as I'm recording this, and today's a kind of a push day at the gym. No, not just a push, more upper body, overhead type stuff. And so I got some military press, dumbbell presses. The dumbbells are going to be with a neutral grip, so instead of doing the press like this, it's going to be a neutral grip, so it's also going to work some of my triceps. I got some curls, I got barbell upright raises, and there was one more thing I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will get to it at the gym. And so I've been sending my recordings to my coach of my exercises of the first and last set of each of them, and it's got good critiques and give me videos of things to try to improve my form, and so I can get the more stimulation in the appropriate areas. And so hopefully those cues will work. And so I'll continue to send him videos until my form is dialed in. And then even once it is dialed in, I'll probably still send him occasionally to make sure that it doesn't falter and change. And important to get that feedback, from your coaches or your managers or whoever it might be that's there to help you improve. The sales team is, we want to hear how they're doing with certain calls, and if they're having struggles, we'll listen in on the calls. If they're not getting the results, we're seeing the metrics are not where they need to be, we'll want to review what they're doing to make sure they're doing things the way that they could be, or doing it in a more optimal way. And that's one of the big reasons for getting the coach. So listening to him, making the adjustments, doing what I need to do to improve. So next week I will be going through the same exercises again, and going to try to implement the cues that he shared to improve my techniques. Like for instance, with my squats yesterday, I was doing front squats yesterday. I haven't done front squats in a long time. I could feel it today, and it's probably with my other squats too, is that I'm getting a kind of an arch in my back, a rounded arch, and I need to fix that and and so I can eventually I'll be able to get more weight as a result. When you do things the right way, you'll be able to get more weight, because when you're doing the wrong reps, you increase the likelihood for injury, but you're really not doing more weight, even if you think you can, because you're just not doing it right. And it also, what's the worst part of it, if you're doing it all the time in the exercises and you're not even getting the stimulus where you want them to, you're not even growing the muscles that you're trying to focus on. And so the importance of doing the form correctly is critical. And especially as I get older, good form, and it's going to mean a little bit less weight than if I was trying to do some sheet forms. Like, you lower the risk of injury, and obviously, which is a great thing, because if you get injured, one that could stay with you the rest of your life. I know a lot of people are dealing with injuries 20, 30, 40 for the rest of their lives. They have injuries that they have to deal with as a result of doing something foolish or not correct. But even if you do recover, that's how much time you're away from training and improving, and you're drifting backwards. With the diet, I'm getting used to the diet, and what makes it easier for me, I think, is because I don't mind the overall same stuff. I might change out the vegetable, change out the meat here and there, but I'm not doing really big changes from meal to meal to meal. I just keep it simple. And and what else any other changes that I'm doing? I don't remember off the top of my head. But today with our sales team, we do a mindset training. Every Monday and Friday we do mindset trainings where we bring in all of our team, and then other people can come too. They can invite referral partners, and there's other loan officers that are not even part of our branch that tend to attend it, and it's designed to help them think differently a little bit, challenge the way that they're thinking, think critically, and also to help them get out of their comfort zone, do things, get in an uncomfortable spot, and challenge them. And there's usually some sort of homework we have them do and that they have to challenge themselves and to help them improve. And so the mindset training is to help remove barriers. So many people think, I can't do that. I would be too shy to do that. I'd be too afraid to do that, too nervous to do that, or I feel too silly. Well, those feelings are just feelings. You can absolutely do it. And two is that those feelings prevent you from getting to new levels. We put ceilings on ourselves. We self-put ceilings on ourselves by saying we can't do certain things. And, hey, I'm old, so I can't learn this technology. No, you're putting a ceiling on yourself. You're putting a limitation. Remove it. Remove that. Doesn't mean you're going to be, Steve Jobs or something like that, or Bill Gates, but you can grow and improve. Or if you say that I just don't get these things, this stuff's too difficult for me. Now, don't say those. Those are limiting beliefs. You could say things instead is that I'm getting better. I'm learning. I'm progressing. Once you put a limiting belief in your mind, that's pretty much it. Your brain is going to find every reason to validate what you're telling yourself. Versus if you start telling yourself that, hey, I'm improving, I'm going to get better, I'm not where I want today, but I'm taking steps better to get better each and every day, your brain takes that and starts to find ways to make it happen. Our brain's very powerful, and we want to set our brains to work for us instead of against us. And that's what our brain will do, because our brain doesn't want the disconnect between what our thought patterns, right, and what we do. And so if we state something negative, we're going to find and create validation to prove what our thought is. Versus if we set our mind to something that, hey, I can achieve this, I can make this happen, is your brain's going to start thinking and figuring out ways to help you attain those things. And so it's very important that when we talk to ourselves, or the information that we take in, we got to realize our brain is like a computer, and those like programming that we're putting into our computer, our brain. And if we're putting in bad programming, well, it's going to, the inputs are bad, the outputs are going to be bad. Conversely, if we input good, the outputs will be good. Now, does that mean that, hey, I'm going to be as jacked as Arnold Schwarzenegger was? Well, I physically don't have the Gen X to do that, but if I tell myself I'm going to do that and work that way, am I going to improve from where I am? Absolutely. And that's what's the important thing. I want to improve myself, and eventually, people learn, hey, you're competing for yourself, trying to improve yourself. And yeah, I might not become Arnold Schwarzenegger, or I might not become Elon Musk, but I could become my own version of them. I could become my own version, and that's a better version of me than where I was. And if I told myself, oh, I can't, it's no use to doing that, I'll never be this or that, you know what? I never will be. Never even get close. All right, so I'm at the gym. Time to crush it. You guys have a good one.